How's it going, everybody? Tom Cormier here, and I'm coming at you live, or not live, but recorded here from Nicaragua. So this video that I'm making for you guys, I actually already pre-recorded this video, and I messed up the beginning of it, so here I am trying to redo the beginning. But I'm here for Grind Camp. I'm here with Mark Augustine, and we're having a great time. We're learning a lot and teaching each other and really growing our businesses. And one thing that I've been realizing everybody has started doing here, and what Mark teaches and what I've been doing, is manual dropshipping. Manual dropshipping is what I've been talking about for probably about the last 2 months, 2.5 maybe. And my store, I started on January 7th, and it's now March 2nd, I think at the moment, March 3rd. And you know, it's about to hit 30,000 a month in sales. Profit margins are a lot higher. Around 10, I've hit 44% profit on some of these items. And I mean, I'm really enjoying the way that the manual dropshipping store goes. It's a lot less items to be sold, a lot higher profits, a lot less things to worry about. And in this video, I do want to go over the price differences between running a manual store and running a automated store using whatever software it is out there. I know that some of the softwares, you know, the prices are completely different between the softwares. Some of them are cheaper but less automated. Some of them are highly automated and more expensive. But when you look at it in overall, like in every single case scenario, no matter what, if you're using software, it's gonna be more expensive than using just, you know, SKUGrid, even though that is a software, but it's an extremely cheap software. Or you could go fully manually. There's some people here killing it. One guy had just hit 75,000 in sales in the last 30 days. That was his fourth month doing so, and he only has 263 items on his store. I personally have a little bit more than that. I'm doing a little bit less, but I've been experimenting a lot, and I'm only about less than 2 months into this. So I do want to go over the expenses and how using SKUGrid is extremely cheap compared to using any other software out there. And with that, with no further ado, I'm going to get into the video, and it's going to cut to the video I already pre-recorded. So thank you guys, and have a good one. Switch over to that, and right now I'm just looking at SKUGrid, but we're just going to go over to my eBay manual store for right now. So you can tell I got 432% growth in the last 31 days. Over the last 31 days, I'm almost at 20,000 in sales. By the end of the day, I'll probably hit 20,000 or somewhere close. If not, then it'll be tomorrow. As you can tell, I have 582 listings up. If you looked, or if you watched my last video that I talked about, which was like a whole week ago, I'm pretty sure I haven't changed in listings. Maybe I think I had like 566 or something up at that point in time. So, you know, it's very low amount of listings. This isn't when you're talking about like, I mean, I've talked about in the past where you get, oh, you need like 7,000, 8,000, 10,000, 20,000 listings. I had 3 accounts at one point, all anchor stores, 20,000 listings altogether. And I'm not going to lie, it worked back then. But ever since November, when they've been flagging people and you've been losing your promoted listings, you've been losing everything, and they've been coming out with all these changes saying retail arbitrage isn't allowed, it's not allowed. Everybody still thinks like, oh no, like let's just keep doing it. And I'm sure it's probably because there's a lot of content out there already on the internet, so if they just find it, then they still think it's a great idea. And I mean, my course still does have that in it. You know, the majority of that is still in there. You can't remake a course in one day, and you can't remake a course before you have something to remake it into, you know what I mean? So I've been working on this in the background for the past month and a half, 2 months. You know, the store's been up for 5 weeks, and you know, I really do plan on redoing all my content and refocusing all of my content towards manual dropshipping, wholesale dropshipping, and everything like that. So one thing I did forget to mention, oh wait, I have this little thingy on my face right here. Wait a second. Turn on face detection mode, and then turn that off. Let me pause the video for a second. Oh, wait, I got it. All right, so sorry about that. So here we are, and we're inside my store, like I said, and what was I talking about? So let me just talk about the cost of manual dropshipping compared to, you know, retail arbitrage using some big softwares. You got a huge store. You got 10,000, 8,000, 15,000 listings on an account. First off, let's look at the eBay stores and the plans first off. You know, let's just trying to get an idea of what the costs are. Never buy anything by a 1-year plan. I've always suggested this from the beginning, no matter what I was talking about. Never buy the whole 1-year plan. And, you know, it's something that looks good because it costs less. You know, it's $15 less per month if you buy the whole year. But if you want to change your store plan, or if you try to stop selling on eBay so you get your account banned, you're completely screwed. You have all of your listings. You have already paid for all this, and it costs a lot of money to get out of the contract with eBay. I know a lot of people that have been stuck with it, and you know, even though it's a $50 difference, I still would never do it. So even when I had 3 anchor stores, I was paying $350 a month for each. So what do I have right now on my manual store? I have a premium store, and that's $75 per month. And right here, we're looking at the subscriptions and the fees. You get 1,000 listings per month. That's 1,000 listings altogether. If you have your listings as good till canceled, they will renew every single month, and that counts as a listing. So make sure that you stay under 1,000 if you don't want to get charged extra fees. But there is some math to do in between an Anchor, because an Anchor allows 10,000. So before I get into any of this real big math here, let's just talk about the differences in the prices. And I made a little slideshow for you guys here, and we'll talk about it. So this is a manual dropshipping store versus an automated dropshipping store. And, I made some assumptions here. This is what you do. I'm a scientist, or, I majored in engineering. So we make some assumptions in engineering, and this is what I did here. So assuming 1,000 listings for a manual dropshipping store, which is still 400 more than what I have currently. And the path that I'm on currently, I'll probably hit 30,000 in 30 days pretty soon. And the profit margin's around 10%, actually a little bit higher in some cases. So right now, SKUGrid. SKUGrid's my repricer that I'm using. And you go, oh, Tom, it's a manual store. How do you do that? I'll get into that later or in another video. But, SKUGrid, it's $14.99 a month. I have it right here for 50,000 credits, which means that you can reprice 300 items every 6 hours, which means 4 times a day. The one thing you're going to realize that I teach about manual stores is that you're using some obscure suppliers. You're not using Amazon. You're not using Walmart. You're not using Home Depot. And these stores don't reprice as often. First off, I don't even reprice overnight when I'm sleeping. So right now, $15 a month with 50,000 credits actually is doing very well for me. I haven't run out of credits yet. And, that's what I suggest in the beginning to start off with. I always suggest Zik Analytics, $24.99 per month. If you use my bonus code down in the description, when you sign up, you'll get $5 off your first month. But it's worth every single penny. And I added this in here. Some people say you don't even need it, but here you go. I'm adding it in here just to get extra costs. I also forgot to add up this math right here. So it's actually $124.93. Spot and paste. A lot of people say you don't need spot and paste, and right off the bat, you probably don't need spot and paste. But, I love this program. It helps you copy and paste your addresses so much easier into your suppliers. And when you're using obscure suppliers, spot and paste actually has the ability to, you teach it every single website, and it memorizes each website and how to copy and paste into the website. So you can teach it. And then an eBay premium store is $74.95. I'm sure this math is off by a couple pennies or maybe $1 or something, but it's around $125 a month is the total operating cost of this store. Now let's get into an automated dropshipping store using whatever software out there. There's tons of softwares out there, software, not softwares, I guess, out there that will automate it. They all have different plans. A lot of them have, their own built-in tracking, or they have their own built-in auto ordering. Some of them outsource it, some of them don't. Let's just say that there's a plan out there where you have 8,000 listings, and, I looked up one of the big software plans, and it's $400 a month for that. And, then you're also going to need an Anchor store for this, or else you're going to get hit with a ton of fees from a premium store. So you're going to need an Anchor store. So at the very least, this is $750 a month right here. Even if the software plan, let's just say, is $200 per month and not $400 a month. Let's just go out there on a limb and say that. It's still like $729 per month. Tracking software, if you use one, I highly suggest using tracking software for Amazon dropshipping on Amazon. And, TrackerBot is what I like to use. I haven't used it on my manual store yet, but I do still love TrackerBot. I'm up in the air whether that's going to cause my store to get flagged, but right now I'm taking every single precaution to not get my store flagged, and I can prove to you that it's not flagged. So, whether you use tracking software or not, this is pretty minute details. Anyways, $15, it doesn't truly matter. Auto ordering is one of the biggest things ever. If you don't want to order all of these items per month, like every single day, 50 items or whatever a day, in order to make money with these extremely low margins that automated dropshipping stores have to offer, then you're going to need to use auto ordering. I've been using auto ordering for a while. It's great. Or when I was using it, it's great. Don't get me wrong, but it is, it is costly. A lot, like the cheapest one I've ever seen, I think it was 14 cents an order or something, which doesn't sound like a lot, but if I checked my 1099K from last year, I did 55,000 orders. So that's a lot of money. And then, you're paying for an Amazon Prime account, which, is pretty minutia details as well. And you might not need the Amazon Prime account. You might not need auto ordering. Say that you don't even use any of this at all, but you do have a big software plan and Anchor store. That's still $550 per month. Let's just say $550, even though it started off at $900 and something. So say $550. Either way, it is nowhere close to $125 per month that you can do with a manual dropshipping store. I'm gonna switch over to, you know, just a beautiful picture of my face for a second while I bring up my promoted listings so that you guys don't see my, you know, my actual store name. Like I said in the past video, I love you guys, but I don't want to show you guys my store. So this is my promoted listings. You know, oh, it looks like a big drop off happened. That's because it's 10:51 a.m. Over the day, it will climb up. You know, so far, let's do a date range. I'm gonna switch back to a picture of my face, and we'll do a custom date range, and we'll do since I started this store, which I think was on the 7th, but I'll go back to the 5th of January, and then we'll go until today, which is the 18th of February, and we'll apply, and I'll switch back to me. And here we are. It's a steady upwards growth. Nothing has dropped off, and it's been well over the 3-week to 1 month mark that a lot of people see their drop off in impressions and stuff. You know, why did it climb up here and then drop? Why did it climb up here and then drop? It's because I changed, like, you know, I lowered the amount of promoted listing that I want to use. You know, over time, as you get more items up, you can lower the amount of your promoted listings, which will, you know, save you front end margin. You'll be making just as much sales. So what did I explain in this video? I explained that this, like, manual dropshipping is so much cheaper than everything else. You can literally hire, where is it? You could literally hire 2 full-time VAs, or pretty damn close to 2 full-time VAs for this price, plus the eBay, plus all the fees, $124, plus 2 full-time VAs. Say you're paying them $270 a month, $270, $280. Let's do $280. 280 times 2 plus 125. That's $685. You can literally hire 2 full-time VAs and pay all the software costs that you will ever need for a manual dropshipping store, and still be just around the cost of, you know, a big software plan plus an anchor store. Not to mention that the automated dropshipping stores, Amazon onto eBay, are getting extremely low margins. If you do not have good credit and you cannot get the Amazon Prime credit card, you know, that's a huge loss to you guys, and your account's going to get flagged. You're going to make a lot of sales in the first 3 weeks. You're going to think everything's great, and then eBay's going to come down with the ban hammer, slap it on you, and you're screwed. So, you know, in this video, I did just want to show the difference in the cost between the two, and why manual dropshipping is just so much cheaper, why I love this option. You guys might be like, oh, Tom, you're flip-flopping. It's like, no, like, you need to adapt with the times. You know, eBay came out about a month ago, 3 weeks ago, with an update saying, hey, retail arbitrage isn't allowed. Not to say I'm not still doing retail arbitrage, but, you know, you go on SKUGrid and you look at some of these stores and you realize, like, nobody's ever heard of these stores before in their life. Like, I mean, I'm not going to log in right now or see all supported stores. Yeah, here we are. Nobody's heard of any of these. Some of these are actually wholesalers, and SKUGrid is actually trying to get more into wholesale anyways. So you're not gonna. There's a very low chance that you're gonna get in trouble for this. Whenever you're doing Amazon onto eBay and you're doing all these different softwares, and you know you're I'm not saying that one specific thing is getting your account flagged, but I'm saying that all of these things added together that I was doing and everybody else was doing for their automated dropshipping stores is you're gonna get flagged. All of my stores got flagged, I can guarantee it, and you know this one hasn't. So I don't know. It is what it is, and just proves that the manual dropshipping store at the moment is the way to go with eBay dropshipping. So I'm not here to lie to you. I'm not here to, you know, tell you, oh, I'm still making money with Amazon and eBay, because I've completely stopped doing all of that. And, you know, this is what I'm moving into. If you guys really like what I've showed you, or if you want to see more, please keep following. I'm going to have more videos on manual dropshipping and everything in the future. And, you know, my whole entire course will be updated probably by mid-March, hopefully, and, you know, everybody that's already in the course gets automatically upgraded. I've been asked that a bajillion times, so I just wanted to get that out there on the air. And like I said, if you guys want to see more content like this, if you guys want some truth out there, I'm never going to lie to you guys. Just please hit the subscribe button. It would mean the world to me. I want to hit 5,000. We're about 100 away right now, and, you know, I can't be more excited for that. And then, you know, we're going to have to set a new goal after that, probably 10,000. So thank you guys. I hope you guys appreciate this, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.